Video of now former Rutgers University basketball coach Mike Rice physically and verbally abusing his players. As you can see, the video shows coach firing basketball at players, hitting them in the back, legs, feet, and shoulders. He was also heard screaming obscenities and gay slurs at his players. Rutgers first saw the video in December and suspended Rice for 3 games and fined him $50,000. But today, after the video went viral, Rutgers fired the coach. What did they wait for? If he was good enough to fire today, why didn't they do it before, Eric?
Well, they fired him, obviously, because the video got to ESPN and a lot of people saw it. This story kind of infuriates me. We're in the midst of political correctness crushing our ability to teach kids, to discipline kids, to disagree with people or one another or kids. Our culture is in decline, but this is an example of our culture in free fall. And I'm saying because he got fired, not because of what he did. Look, there's no question he should never have used gay slurs. That's against all rules. But I'm not sure that's what got him fired. I think going after one of the kids is what got him fired. Listen, it's time to toughen up. I talk about the wussification of America, wussification of American men. This is it. I got a paddle in high school. I did something wrong once in gym, and they take a paddle. It's a sawed-off bat, it's flat on one side, and they whack you in the butt across the back of the legs. I'll tell you what, I never messed around in that class again.
You know, Eric, I have a paddle right now.
I'm not. You also went to a Jesuit high school, and I guess you took one of the props home with you. But here's the question:
Fair high school.
Are we better off as a nation now with all the PC and with all the wimpifying, wussificating, and basically making men chihuahuas?
You think that's PC?
Chihuahua?
That's the actions of a madman. Anybody who I had football coaches that were a lot nicer than that, and they were pretty rough. This guy to do forget the words he used to kick these kids and throw balls at them and do that stuff. This guy deserves to be in a mental institution, not on a basketball court.
Disagree.
Did he go too far or just extreme dodgeball?
You should have seen what my speech coach used to yell at me. It was unbelievable, very offensive. That's why I've been in recovery ever since.
Throw a thesaurus at
you. You made the point that I was thinking about earlier. It could not have been a secret that this coach was like this all the time. And I think it is really pathetic. It doesn't show enough gumption and what do they call it? Cojones? To have fired him beforehand. They have to wait for a video to go viral. So if teachers, businesses, if nobody does the right thing until there's some negative PR. That, to me, is almost a bigger problem than the PC part of it.
Greg, this is nothing compared to what happens in your basement on a night.
Are you kidding me? This is how Dana treats the interns.
That's why we don't have any left.
This is all misunderstanding. He was multitasking. He was saying, hey, look, let's teach them dodgeball while we're teaching it basketball, and also teach them how bad bullying is by using these horrible phrases. You know, sports is like the military is like sausage. You enjoy it, but you really don't want to see how it's made, and you don't really, like, as long as you're winning, nobody really cares. I will say this guy does come up as kind of an a-hole. I mean, you know, he's not a pleasant guy. I wonder how many things his wife is going to be throwing at him tonight, though.
Can I point something out, Mr. Beckel?
Yes.
If that's the bar, if the bar is a coach gets mad, he throws a ball at a kid, he pushes him in the back, if that's the bar you're going to set, you would probably have to let go I don't know, half to 2/3 of the coaches in America.
But wait, though, we did remember Woody Hayes? Woody Hayes was a legend in his, and what did he do? He hit a kid on the sideline?
He stepped into the field, during a game, and laid a guy out.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a little
the answer to your question is I think most coaches do not even approach this guy's level of thugness. But
haven't we seen a few, though, Bob?
Yes, we have. Well, look, Bobby Knight in Indiana was a there, and a great coach, by the way, but he had a terrible temper, and he did stuff, and the school kept putting it off and putting it off, putting it off. Oh, there's a picture of him. Finally, he threw a chair out, and he hit his own kid, and finally the school let him go. But that's because that got to be a very public issue.
It was an attack on chairs.
If this was a parent that was treating, let's say he was the Little League coach or something, the other parents would have freaked out, and he would have been gone a long time ago. Ask you, are you that parent?
No, ask me if my kid was loafing on the sidelines or not playing defense, if I would have a problem with a coach. Forget the slurs. I mean, he clearly.
What about the physical stuff?
If he threw a ball, I got to tell you, I got to be honest with you. if he deserves, I'm all right with it. I mean, I come from a different time, though. I come from a time where coaches did this on a regular basis. They got in your face. They pushed you. They threw stuff at you. They got angry.
Yeah, but
it wasn't the end of the
not
world.
Like that. I mean, I had football coaches who grabbed my mask and pulled it down and called me all kinds of names, but they never would
want
push
him
me
fired
back.
For that?
No,
well,
because it wasn't like this.
Did it help you, Bob?
If your son got pushed in the back.
What's the difference? If a coach grabs your mask, grabs your cage, throws you around, that's okay. But throw a ball at a kid and he's got to be fired.
Get a kid from behind, and you can't just dismiss what he said.
Do you have any of the video of that? One of them shows where the coach throws the ball at the kid. He kind of looks at it like, yeah, I'm kind of used to that. One of them, like, okay, so, all right. So,
then he hit him.
But what? They're not getting mad. They're not surprised. They're used to this coach. He does this. He's a hothead. Is it good?
Would you?
No. Wait, can I just point out, he's not just a hothead. He's also a loser. He's below 500. If he was a good coach, it would matter. I think these kids probably are like, get this guy out of here. He's annoying the hell out of me.
Greg, you bring up a great point because you're saying the results weren't even here. One, there's no justification. But what if he was over 500? This guy, we had a losing record, right? So they're saying, well, look,
I mean, Eric's got a point.
We need. It wasn't a winner.
And there's not a lot of nice in sports. If you look at the Oakland Raiders, the Celtics, and the Pistons, and the Flyers, Eli Nastase, one of the most exciting tennis players of all time, a jerk. There are a lot of jerks in there. However, with the advent of cell phones and video, the era of the Billy Martins are on their way out. You can no longer act like Woody Hayes and Bobby Knight because cell phones will catch you. We need like an endangered jerk clause. So where can we put all of our jerks?
You should explain who Billy Martin is.
Billy Martin was a extremely emotional Yankees coach and an A's coach who died in a car accident.
Of course, the other thing that happened to him was he and Reggie Jackson got in it in a fight in the World Series.
Yeah.
Well, Billy Martin used to fight with the umpires and get thrown out all the time.
Coaches are supposed to be, I think coaches are in a position of leadership, and you can learn from your coach, and you want to try to be more like leaders.
Right.
Who's the coach of the New Orleans Saints currently? A great guy, right? Belichick? Somebody help. That's his name, one of the brothers? I'm not sure.
The Five Talk Sports.
Okay, but I'm going to make a point.
Good job,
a really
Dana.
good point. Okay, when they go on their flights and they fly from city to city, he makes everyone wear a suit. They basically have to suit up. This is the broken windows theory of sports. And all of these guys, if they want, what if one of them got hurt and then their future in basketball was ruined?
Well, but there's a liability issue.
I'll tell you one thing.
Because they did
one of the winningest coaches in basketball, Krzyzewski, who would never have done that. I think he would have been appalled. I think other coaches were appalled by that.
By the way, we'll look at Penn State. They were extremely successful. That doesn't matter.
How about this? And that's the thing about that. I'm sorry. Thank you for bringing that up. People knew about the Sandusky thing.
Yeah.
After that was revealed, we found out that a lot of people in the sports program just kept it all on the hush, on the down low, so that they wouldn't have any problem. And then you had people being injured. I'm not saying that this is the exact same thing.
What are we going to have?
But they knew about it.
Not wanting to yell at the kids. Not wanting to.
Well, that's the problem because everybody's got an iPhone or something to record it and then broadcast it. But it seems like these things kind of go unnoticed unless it becomes viral and it's pointed out because they just suspended him. I want to listen to the apology too.
Can I just do this for Bob, just because I've been away for 2 days? The larger problem is it's just a game, but we made it into something bigger. We're ancient Rome, distracted by the circuses, as President Obama is leading us to ruin.
Thank you very much.
And the whole left is right behind him.
I thought Jesse Waters had left.
Oh, my goodness. Flashback. Sometimes sorry just isn't good enough. Listen to the coach and see if this changes your mind.
I've let so many people down. My players, my administration, Rutgers University, the fans. My family who's sitting in their house just huddled around because of the fact that their father was an embarrassment. There's no explanation for what's on those films because there is no excuse for it. I was wrong.
Okay, Bob.
Too late, too little. But, a lot of coaches have this idea that if they're tough like that and mean like that everybody's going to be afraid of them. And a lot of places they are, including the players, including the administration. They are, many of them are bullies because they bring so much into the school in terms of revenue.
I had a sophomore basketball coach who was just like that, a hothead. He was angry, he was mad, but all he ever wanted to do was win. Wow. And guess what we did? We won.
But look,
do you relate to that? Because you want to win all the time, too. I mean,
I had terrible coaches.
Winning is fun.
I had a terrible baseball coach and a terrible basketball coach.
What years did you play basketball?
You know what?
You
know, this is why I don't like doing sports, because you people...
This brings up hurt feelings.
Yes.
And it's an emotional
I'm going to get fired for being mean to Greg.
Okay, Dana, real quick, communication standpoint, is the apology